Okay, kids, as per our discussion, we are going to discuss a 12 marks question today. I have opened a 12 marks question from paper 2 in front of you. This is referring to appendix 2. Consider the suitability of 3 applicants for the position of manager. The 3 applicants are Joe, Zabin, Jim, and there is a recommendation. There is a 12 marks question. If we look at the case study, we can identify the appendix 3.2 that was originally asked from us. Yes, here it goes. No, it's not the case. Average weekly demand, average price, selling price. I don't think so. It's so. Yeah, this is appendix 2. The information for the candidates is given. Expected range of wages, $6 per hour, experience 4 years part-time. Joe's experience is given. Qualification 3 A-level degree. Come to the Zabin, $15 per hour, 15 years as an assistant manager of a large shop, $10 per hour, and 6 years working for Jim, 5 IGCSEs, hygiene certificates, and reason for doing jobs are given and all that. So this is the information about the employees are given. And on the basis of that, he has asked us a question that which employee to be recruited, referring to appendix 2, consider the suitability of 3 applicants for the position of manager. Okay, kids. In 12 marks question, we used level-based mark scheme. And there are 3 levels of our answer. Level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay, ji. It means that, clearly try to understand what I'm saying, that in all of the discussions, especially when we are talking about Joe, when we are talking about Zabin, when we are talking about Jim, and finally when we are giving recommendation, in all of the paragraphs we write, we have to give the level-based mark schemes. I mean, when we give the statement about Joe, it will be a level 3 answer. When we give statement about Zabin, it will be a level 3 answer. And when we give statement about the final candidate who is Jim, we give a level 3 answer. And when it comes to recommendation to the final evaluation. So what is a level 1 answer? Level 1 answer is the answer in which we will score only 1 to 4 marks, depending on the answer that we have produced. That level 4 answer is basically limited application of knowledge and understanding of the relevant business concept. We are not aware of the business concept, what hiring recruitment means. We are not aware of the application that is given here, that what does it mean when an employee has 4 years of experience? What does it mean when an employee has 15 years of experience? And when an employee has 6 years of experience, how this can be applied to this situation, we are not aware of that. We will score only level 1 answer. And similarly, if some of the people think still that if they give evaluation, they move to the level 3. No, if we give simple judgment with limited justification, without any comparisons, because when we were solving 6 marks questions, I told you that in the evaluation, until and unless we do not compare the data, we do not score full marks. So when it comes to the level 1, even if you have given simple judgment in the recommendation without any justifications, sometimes with limited justifications and limited evaluation of choice made, you will only score level 1 marks, and level 1 marks will be 1 to 4 marks. For example, he has given an example candidate outlining all 3 applicants in context should be rewarded with the top marks. Okay, ji. Coming, if 4 marks will be given if candidate has at least applied the candidates, all of them who has applied for the job with the relevant data. Then it comes to the level 2. When we give level 2 answer, it means we have done some sound application of knowledge and understanding and relevant business concepts using appropriate terminologies. There is terminology of the business. Now, there are relevant knowledge of the business, for example, workforce planning, for example, recruitment and selection, for example, selection teams and all that. We are using these terminologies inside our answer. It means we are developing our answer in a better way and we are showing our knowledge in a better way. Okay, if we do that, so we score level 2 marks. And secondly, if we the candidates who have given a detailed discussion of one applicant, they also score level 2 marks. Um the candidates who have done some judgment with some justification too, it is not limited, some justification, at least 1 point justification is given, so they will also score level 2 on marks, that is 5 to 8. Coming to the level 3, if we give our sound application of knowledge, we understand, we relate it to the business scenario. For example, we're relating it, we see that 6 years of experience is less important for us as compared to the 15 years of experience, because, for example, we need an experienced person. So this will be a relevant application discussion, and we can move to the level 3 answer. Detailed discussion of all three, in fact, two or more, in fact, all three, I'll repeat, all three applicants, and then well justified recommendations. What candidates would write in that? Candidate discussing all three applicants in details. That's what I was saying. In context, they are relating it to the case with well justified recommendation, including why alternate applicant, why rejected. Now, listen it carefully. I again repeat, without comparison, there are no 12 marks. Read this mark scheme carefully. Why the alternate applicants were rejected should be rewarded with the top marks in the band. If you only say that I'm going to select Joe because of this, you will fall on the limited evaluation. If you compare it with one, you will fall on the some application, some evaluation, that is called level 2. And if you compare it with both, and you write why you have outweighed the rest of the 2 over the 1. If you have selected Joe and you state clearly in the recommendation that this is the reason I have preferred Joe, because of that 2 disadvantages of both of them. For example, coming to this, you say, I'll prefer Zabin because Zabin has 15 years of experience as assistant manager in a larger shop. I am not selecting Joe, and I'm preferring Zabin over Joe because Joe has 4 years experience in a cafe that is not relevant to our business, for example. And I'm also preferring Zabin over Jim because Jim has 6 years of experience working in a restaurant in the city center. So you have compared both with the candidate you are selecting, then only you are scoring full level 3 marks. Coming to the purpose. Okay. Relevant points might include, a few people will state you there is less space given in the question, so you can write only advantages. For example, you can discuss the advantages of only. But looking at the mark scheme, we would say Joe is inexperienced and only part-time work, so does not want longer hours. But at the same time, he is cheaper. We are giving both side of the argument to make the good analysis of our point. For the Zabin, we would say experienced of manager, maybe skilled manager and all that, but he is expensive one because he is taking $15 per hour, or may leave the better job because he's experienced. Coming to the Jim, has experience of food industry, the positive thing, but still there might be some negative point of him that we can discuss. Coming to the justifications, how we justify our answer. For example, look, the last line, Jim has hygiene certificate, so lower cost than Zabin as training not required. Has more experience than Joe, this is the comparison we do, of working in food and drink establishment, and he is ambitious, so will try hard, more like to help the market stall successful. This is comparison with the Joe. Similarly, we can do comparison with the no, he has done comparison with the both, that Jim has hygiene certificate, so lower cost than Zabin, because Zabin will require training. And another comparison that he has done, has more experience than Joe. So he has compared with both of them to score final level 3 marks in the recommendation. This is the way we solve a 12 marks question.